Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us this morning. For North Dakota Today, I'm Lisa Beddoe here with Chris Berg. And let's start right off the top with your big news.
Oh, I want us to do some big news, but first, though, I do want to give you just a big way to go, Lisa Beddoe.
Okay, I'll take that.
I'm so proud of you, the fact that you stepped up today for the Vikings on, on draft day. You know, it's draft day. She's got her purple on for the Vikes.
We do look like we are ready to go for...
Should we call some shots? Or like, hey, let's get us, some running backs and stuff.
I can act like a Vikings fan. This is going to be the year. I think this is our year.
We shall see. So, yeah, some big, I would consider it big breaking news. It's huge, fantastic news, by the way. So, we've been doing this Helping Hands project for the Dakota Medical Foundation the past few days, trying to help out our nonprofits in the community. And so Jordahl Custom Homes calls up Pat Trainus and says, hey, Pat, we really love what you guys are doing. They ended up donating $40,000 to the program.
That's a huge chunk of change.
So Jordahl Custom Homes, not as I don't want to put, not as maybe big of a clap that's for Lisa Beddoe, but no, Jordahl Custom Homes, thank you. Because even this morning I was online and there's pictures, we've talked about this, but all over the country with these giant lines at the food banks and in food, just trying to get bags of food. And so we talked yesterday about that, which you'll talk about the virtual food drive in a moment, but people are in need right now. So Jordahl Custom Homes, thank you for stepping up to the plate. And 40G, that's fantastic.
If you would, if you're not familiar with what's going on, it's helping our local nonprofits. Of course, everyone's hurting, and especially our nonprofits, and they help the
Food
people
banks,
most at need,
yeah.
Right now. So we go to valleynewslive.com, click on the hot button, and you can kind of search through there and help out. Because like I've been saying, everybody wants to help. It's a nice, easy, safe way to help out with the Helping Hearts. I just love that. And let's mention right away the virtual food drive that we had going on with Valley News Live. And remember how awesome people were doing. I was like, we should just raise that, that goal. Oh, well, we had to because we met our goal. How awesome is that? And it's all thanks to our Valley News Live viewers as well.
So
we had teamed up with the Great Plains Food Bank, trying to help people out during this crisis. We hit our original $10,000 goal by 6 last night. So we upped it to $20,000, and now we have a few more weeks. We're going to keep this going until May 22nd.
Wow.
Right now it looks like we're sitting at, about $11,500. So, $5, $50, $500, whatever you can give.
Or 40 grand.
Or 40 grand. Or 40 grand. It's very easy. Yeah, also, just go to valleynewslive.com and you can help out the virtual food drive and the Great Plains Food Bank and, of course, the Helping Hearts. We're going to be talking with them again here a little bit as well.
Can I add one more thing? Because we said this yesterday with Melissa Sobel, just how incredibly giving our community is. And so I may not get these numbers exact, but I talked with Pat Trainer yesterday, and this is, so they've got the $40,000 from Jordahl Custom Homes. Also, I think they had several hundred people that were donating, already raised over $100,000. And this is in a time where everybody could use some help. So, kudos to our community for what you do and how you always, it's always step up.
Yeah, I love it. So many people are without their jobs, but there are people who do feel blessed to still be working, and they're going to help out their friends and neighbors, strangers. So I love that. I love that that's why we live here.
Exactly.
We don't live here for the weather. We live here because people are so giving. This is another feel-good story. I just absolutely love this, and this came from one of our guests here on North Dakota Today, Audra Mell. Do you remember her?
Yes.
She does some awesome designing. She introduces me as her Quartz Plus friend. I'll take that too, although Quartz Plus is closed. Listen to this. This is what I went to last night. Yeah, that's a concert that Audra put on in her neighborhood. Just kind of a feel-good.
That's awesome.
She said, and I hadn't thought about this, although we have been talking to a lot of artists. We talked to Tiger Lily and Blind Joe. She's like, our local artists who, do a lot of gigs in the, bars and restaurants around here, they're without work. So she's like, I wanted to help out my friends. And so she hired these guys, Lars Hegland and Brianna Helbling. They set up, it's like a makeshift stage. The driveway was their stage. And they played, and then all of her neighbors just sat out in their own yards, and then she invited me. I just sat in my car. Everybody kept a nice, safe social distance. And here's what she had to say about why she decided to do it.
Hire your musician friends and have a concert in your neighborhood. Follow social distancing, but support our musicians because music is life.
So she also said she would like to challenge others to do this.
Nice.
You know, hire a local musician, have them play in your driveway for a couple of hours. People just had their lawn chairs out. You know, if you could see them really spaced out.
And last night was beautiful. It was like
gorgeous. We had our windows rolled down. And
speaking of musicians, can we just pause for a moment since we're wearing our purple today? So it wasn't last night, but the night before. Did you see the CBS Grammy tribute to Prince?
No, I didn't.
Oh my gosh, I was going nuts. I had it just cranked in my entire house. And I forgot, like, if you're a Prince fan like me, he's got unbelievable, albums, but I forgot how good, like, do you remember his Sign of the Times album?
I was a big Prince fan, too. I did see Prince in concert at the
unbelievable jams on there. Like, yeah, I saw him at the Fargo Dome, too, when he was here.
Yeah.
And I was going through, I've seen him, I was counting, and I think this is right, like 6 times I saw this guy in person. Sometimes in very intimate settings. One time it was at the Staples Center in LA, but it was just, to me, he's the greatest. Since she says music is life, like he's the greatest artist that's ever lived. I just think he's unbelievable.
Super talented. I have been seeing a lot of reports and updates, and it does make me just, he had so much more to give.
Yeah. And then if you go on to Instagram, you've been doing the D Nice quarantine concerts, his quarantine, the club quarantine DJ. Have you seen this?
Mm-mm.
Oh, his name is DJ Nice, and so he's got this thing called Club Quarantine where he'll sit and DJ for like hours. And so that night, Tuesday night, he did like this super great DJ mix. It was all Prince music, and just go on Insta and look up DJ Nice, and it is phenomenal. He just sits there and mixes the whole time. Just a camera on him. He's got a mic next to him. He's like, like someone will pop in because he's friends with everybody. He's like, "What's up, Gail King? I see you, Gail," and he'll be. It's so fun.
I love it. Well, that's just gonna hurt my productivity, which is already down because I know I'm just sitting and listening to the music.
You're just gonna like watch him.
That.
It's fantastic.
I found this kind of funny this morning. You know how they add new words every year to the dictionary? This pandemic has added a few new words as well. I feel like social distancing was such a weird term to me right away. Well, the dictionary has now, dictionary.com, has now announced that they have updated a few words, including COVID-19, coronavirus, and the slang name Rona, which you see on social media, which hopefully this is good. And so now when we type coronavirus in a computer, it won't give us the red squiggle line anymore. They're also saying there are several other new definition entries like germaphobe and price gouging, as well as updating the definitions for existing words like social distance and pandemic, like self-isolating, social distancing. All of that was, like 2 months ago was like, what does that mean?
What are we doing? Yeah.
And then last night I went to a social distancing concert. People even danced at the end.
Oh, that's good.
At, 6 to 10 feet apart from each other.
Yeah.
But, this is the new world. This is the new world that we're living in.
Hopefully not forever.
Hopefully not. Tiger King is king. Have you watched that yet on Netflix?
I tried. I can't get into it.
It's weird, but apparently it's doing very well and helping Netflix out. Of course, Hollywood, I feel like it's pretty much shut down. We can't go to the movie theater anymore, so everybody is watching Netflix, and if you didn't have Netflix before this, I think you do now. Netflix says it's added nearly double the new subscribers that it expected. They've added about 15.7 million paid subscribers across the globe just in the first quarter of this year.
Wow.
And they are crediting Tiger King to a big part of it, but there's a lot of other popular shows as well.
So why do you think Tiger King's so popular?
Because it's weird.
Because it's just a total train wreck, and you watch it and you're like...
You can't, right, that's a perfect example. It's a train wreck.
Yeah.
Where you can't look away. It's horrible.
But I think it's because you watch it, especially during the situation they're all in, you kind of like, well, at least that's not my life. Things may not be great right now. Yeah, exactly. It could,
you have all your teeth.
Could be worse.
I
just, something about it, like I've tried, and you just go, okay, this is not a stable dialogue happening here,
All of the funny memes don't make sense, though, if you haven't watched Tiger King.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them out there, for sure. Okay, you want to talk about the draft? It's a big day.
I would love to, since we're all Vikingsed up right now. So, yeah, the draft kicks off today. I think it was going to be in Vegas this year, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right, yep.
Boy, that sounds like just an eternity ago, doesn't it? And now they're doing a virtual draft, and so everyone's trying to get linked up. And there was an interesting story from the Seahawks. The Seahawks GM was literally tearing down walls because there's been some glitches in the way they're going to set up all the virtual stuff. And, when you're talking about the draft and millions and millions and millions of dollars, I mean, seconds matter. And so they're trying to make sure they've got everything ready to plug and play. And it's going to be fascinating to watch this draft because, everyone goes into kind of, hey, I want to save my job kind of thing. And so if you sort of whiff on this draft as a GM, you're going to be like, dude, it was virtual. What'd you want me to do? I couldn't help it. It was virtual, right?
Who has the number one pick?
Oh, that's going to be the QB from LSU, and it's going to be the Bengals have the number one pick. And so pray for him because I don't think he's too high in going to the Bengals. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah.
Okay. All right, stay with us. Coming up next here on North Dakota Today, we have another inspiring message from Hope Lutheran Church.